welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with me, with us, one big beautiful family. Thank you so much for the ones that have been with me forever, ever since I started the channel, which seems forever, but it's only 3 years ago. And thank you for all your beautiful comments, all your uplifting words, your suggestions, your opinions, and all of your support and your love. God bless you a million times back. Send much love and much hugs to every single one of you, especially my beautiful beauties in my crochet group, which is a private group. If you're interested to join, you have to have a profile, and you're more than welcome. I also have a crochet page you can follow, Instagram, TikTok. Sometimes you're stuck with a project, you could always message me through there. It's much faster and easier for me to get to you. Even though you comment on here, I do reply to every single one of you. Sometimes it's a delay because of the different time zone of countries. I am in Europe. And sometimes, either bad weather on this island or too much wind, no Wi-Fi, you know how it goes. Anyway, most of the time I use 2.75, sometimes 3.5, depending upon the projects I'm doing. 99.9% I use 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal Brands. We will be doing a tutorial soon with this color, actually. And a pair of scissors, of course, tucking in loose ends. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. And if you haven't subscribed, it's just a hit away on that subscription button. It's free. If you're stuck, if the video's too fast for you, turn on your closed caption button, CC, right up top next to the 3 little buttons for most of you. Inside of the description box, there's a 2-minute video. It shows you how to slow down the video and turn your closed caption on. So all you have to do is just go there, click, and watch. It takes 2 seconds to do all of that. It helps you tremendously to take notes of what I'm calling out. The stitch will be written down here, and you can pause, take notes, and take it from there if you're having a hard time. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone, so we're going to learn how to do this little bow tie. I've done bow ties in the past, very similar. This is just another one for the videos, and a little bit different. So I'm going to use my 2.75 hook. I'm using this in a project. This is perfect to use on any blankets, pillow, decorative towels, you name it. Comforters, sofa decors for the little pillows that decorate, throwaway blankets, things like that. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to do it in brown. This is number 37 here in Portugal. I'm in the islands of Portugal. We go by numbers, not by color name. So 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Mine's a little bit thinner, so obviously your patterns will be bigger. These are cum balls of 100 grams. I do ship them out. I get a lot of questions on these threads. I do ship them out. They're $12 a ball. It's between 325 yards, and minimum of order of 6 balls, or else it's just impossible to ship out. Okay, so I'm going to do the tutorial on this. I already have done the tutorial. For some of you that might have missed the flower. It's a project that I'm working on. And so we're going to create the little bow tie, because this little bow tie is going to go right there. I do have, wrong way, I do have the tutorial already on the flowers. So if you miss it, I'll leave the links below. I will be adding these little leaves to it. I do have the tutorial also on the leaves. You're more than welcome to check it in. All the links will be below in the description box. And I will be using this brown because I'd like this to be brown here. You can use whatever color you'd like. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is that slip stitch knot, and this never counts for anything. And then we're going to be doing chain stitch. Now you can go the length you'd like. how big, long you want your bow tie. I'm going to see how much I'm going to do on this one. I think I did 25-30 on the other bow tie, so I'll have to recount because I can't remember. But I'll come back to you once I've done my chain stitch. That's all you have to do, chain stitch for length. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I've done 30 chain stitch. Now, remembering if your stitch is too loose, use a size or two smaller. If it's too tight, use a size of hook or two bigger. Now, from the hook, I'm going to count 1, 2 on my third one, counting from the hook, single. This bow tie is created only with singles, okay? So 1 per stitch all the way to the end, and we'll be working back and forth with the bow tie, okay? Back and forth. So continue yours until the end. So you should have, I believe, 29 singles at the end. I'll come back to you at the end. So I have 29 singles, but even if you have missed a count 28 or 27, don't stress over it. Doesn't change anything on the pattern. So we're going to turn around. I'm going to do 1 chain. Now I'm going to come back into the first one that we just did, our 29th. Okay, this is extremely important that you keep doing that on every row that you turn your work, 1 chain, and come directly into the first one. This is your first one from the last one you do always on the row. Because if you skip and you don't do that corner, it's going to bend like a U shape. You won't have a straight line going up. This is extremely important, and a lot of you make that mistake. I see it many, many times in the groups, that you always question that what is going on with the pattern, that it's bending and it's looking all crooked. And that's the reason why, because you're missing that first chain and going into the first space. Okay, so we're going to continue singles all the way to the end, 1 per stitch, and I'll meet you at the end here. So I'm reaching the end. It's also extremely important when you get to the end that you do not miss the very last one at the tip, because a lot of people just turn around and go back into the other direction, and your line won't be straight. You're going to have your line all crooked. Okay, so turn around. You're supposed to have always your 29 or 28 or 27 singles. So 1 chain, I'm coming back in again on the last one that I just finished doing. And again, continue. If it works for you to keep counting your singles, if you think it's best so you don't miss any until you're finished, then go ahead. I'm basically used to it already, so I don't even do count anymore. I just make sure that I get my first row going and I complete all the way until my last single also. Okay, so one more time, I'll meet you at the end. Again, reaching the end, so we still have that last one to do, and it's extremely important that you do it. If you miss it, then you're going to have your pattern all bending like a U shape. 1 chain, coming back into the same one I just did, the last one of that row, and again continuing. So we're going to do this back and forth again to the desired length that you would like, the wideness of your bow tie. I'm going to count mine here because I can't remember how many rows I did, and I'll be right back with you. So I believe I've done 20 rows on this, on the singles of the width of the bow tie, but I will have to keep measuring to make sure that I do have it right, because it's so small to count these little singles. I mean, but I'm almost sure it's 20 rows I've done. Even if I'm off by 1 or 2, it doesn't matter, as long as I can remember on this one, because I will have to create a second one for that. It will be 2 for my patterns. I have done my flowers in pink, and I have done my flowers also in yellow. which when I'll be doing the tutorial for the pattern, I will show you how to add the little stem there. Okay, so continue yours until the end. I'll come back to you once I've reached my size, which I believe is 20 rows. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to come in with this pink because I'll be using obviously the bow tie for my flower, which is the same pink as this one. And I've done 12 rows of the singles. So I'm going to do the slip stitch knot. I'm going to come in on the corner right at the edge here, and I'm going to do 3 singles in the same corner so we can form that roundness. So I have my second and my third single, next stitch. I'm going to do singles all the way around. Single, next stitch, single, and again. So 1 per space. Getting to the corners, we do 3 in the same corner. Okay. So I've reached the corner again. I'm coming right at the edge on the corner and create 3 singles in the same stitch. So we can form that roundness, and then right into the next stitch, single, single, and do the same thing in all 4 corners, 3 singles. And on the 4 corners of our rectangular bow tie. Again into the corner, 1, 2, and 3. So complete yours, and once I'm done, I'm cutting my thread and coming back in with the brown. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all my singles and 3 on each corner on the same stitch. I'm coming in with the brown now, and we're going to do picot. So I'm coming right in the corner with a single. Try to hide this little chain as I'm going, and 3 chains. I'm going to come in the same stitch just because it's the first one. I want to get it out of the way with picot. I'm going to skip a stitch and coming into the next one. I have a little leftover thread here from the pink. 1, 2, 3 chain, grabbing both loops of that single that I've done and picot. Skip a space into the next stitch, single, 1, 2, 3, and again, just coming right in between that single and closing in with the single, picot, skip a space. So we're going to do this all the way around the same way. So I'll meet you here at the corner just to make sure we're on the right track, okay? Okay, everyone, so now we're gonna, well, I'm at the end at the corner. I'm gonna skip a space right here at the corner, and I'm coming in that middle single. Even if you don't add up with yours, there's no stress to go directly into that center middle single here at the corner. I'm going to skip one again, come into the next one, and we're going to continue that way all the way around. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so our bow tie is pretty much done. Now, I'm going to come back with my pink, and what are we going to do? We're just going to fold it like that. Okay, so we can tie it here in the center. So I'm going to grab my pink. We don't need that much, just, you know, to have it turned a few times. So I'm going to cut my string. I'm going to position it properly here, because we want to have a nice little folded like that, and then leave a little bit of string to tie it after in the back, and just go around a few times. We don't have to have so many times, just a couple of times we're good. and then come to the back and give it a good 3 or 4 knots to make sure that nothing is going to come apart. Just like that. So I have 3 knots on there, and then adjust it. You know, you want to fix it a little bit so it doesn't look all messy. Okay, and then you can pass your strings back here in between all of the strings we did to go around, just to make sure. I'm going to give it 1 more knot to make sure. So I pass it through underneath. There are 2 knots, and then you can cut it short enough because this is not going to go anywhere. I'm going to pass it through here, and this one right over, just to make sure that nothing is going to fall apart. Okay. If you need to fix it a bit, then go ahead. Make sure that it's lined up properly. And our bow tie is on. I think it's a little bit bigger than the red one. So I might have done less stitching on this one. It doesn't matter. It's just perfect for my flowers. So stay tuned for the tutorial of the pattern for this beautiful piece. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Probably will want to create it. And then put my little leaf just like that. But I'm going to glue it on, or you can stitch on the edge as you wish. But this will be glued into the pattern. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Until next time, please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. And please share. Sharing is caring. And I will see you in the next one.